What's going on there, folks? Good morning, well, good afternoon to some of you folks out there. September 26, 2020, 8:34 p.m. West Coast time, and you can see pretty good sized quake on the Earthquake 3D globe here. This is coming off of a 6.2 magnitude quake, a little ways off the South Africa coastline, down to the south there. Pretty good sized quake out there. It's been relatively quiet over the past few hours or so. Actually, a lot of this activity indicating some older earthquake activity, so coming up on about 24 hours of relatively quiet activity, but that looks like it's about ready to change there as we see that 6.2 earthquake rocking the southwest Indian Ridge out there, wells away from, quite a ways away from any population. No tsunami expected with this, just due to the fact of the depth of this and also the magnitude there. No tsunami threat at all, but definitely a large quake in the region. You can see historical seismic activity pretty active within that area, and also some larger quakes around that region as well. Looks like in and around the area where that epicenter just hit there, that 6.2. And like I say, as you can see, pretty quiet. Most of this activity over here to the western part of the Pacific Ring of Fire, quiet. We did see some moderate quakeage around this area, Turkmenistan area. But other than that, been pretty quiet. Now we're rocking and rolling, so we'll see what the Earth wants to do following this quake down here. I've always been a strong believer of it doesn't matter if we're seeing a good sized quake in this region. It could ultimately affect much broader areas once you move a little piece of the puzzle. That includes the west coast, or it could be anywhere out there. So just kind of keep an eye on things today as they're ramping up a little bit. And looks like it may have I can't really say if that's actually shown up on those stations or not, or did some type of adjustment there on a couple stations there in looks like California, and also the hold on one second here. Not this up here. This is independent earthquake activity, although it's kind of weird that we've seen activity in Southern California right about the time when that 6.2 hits. That's direct localized earthquakes there, small ones, but definitely earthquake activity. The Parkfield area, that's a station coming up right here, showed, I think this, it's hard to say what this is. It may be an earthquake, but somewhat away from the area. Also around that time too, as that 6.2 hit, we've seen activity pick up a little bit around the Mendocino area. So as I said, any kind of sudden movement on a plate ultimately could potentially adjust areas way far away from the epicenter. And it doesn't take days, or it could take days, it could take moments. I mean, it could take seconds. I've seen earthquakes happen back to back, one end of the fault to the other, just instantly. You know, it takes us days and hours to get to places traveling on the ground or flying. But when it comes to pressure and transfer movement out there, it's almost sometimes instantaneously. So anyway, all right, folks, I'm going to jump back off here. Figure I'd mention that 6.2 there, since it is a pretty good sized quake out there. And we'll be out here on the live stream kind of monitoring here. Have a good day.